Before we get started, if you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let us explain.
Anchor has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone or computer.
When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more.
It is everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
And best of all, Anchor is totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Babe, it's me, open up. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. Listen, I know I've messed up in the past, but what we have is something special. You've been such an ardent supporter of me, and what we have together. You've clicked the link in the description and become a supporter. And yeah, I may have commitment issues and can only do a one-time donation, but I still think that says something. Listen, I know I haven't always been the best, and I still have a lot of work to do, but we've had great times in the past. You have left and had great reviews, 5-star reviews even. And your friends, if they haven't, I would really appreciate it if you tell them to. Tell them about what we have, because it's special and it means the world to me. And to be honest, I don't know why you haven't followed me on social media. It's pretty simple. It's S4M Podcast. I can't think of another day without you and your support. Because I love you so much. Even if you like Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I truly know that you're the one for me. So let's keep on searching.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Searching for Love with your host, George, and today's contestants,
Dan.
Gabe.
And Link.
We're looking for love for 3 eligible bachelors, and we're hoping that somewhere out there in the World Wide Web and on podcast platforms, there is a listener who will make each of these young men happy. We will be spending today's episode getting to know each of our 3 contestants. So without further ado, let's move on to our first question. Actually, let's allow them to give us a little insight into themselves by introducing themselves before we get to the first question. So go right ahead, contestant number 1.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm 5'10". I have a beard, and I'm scared of bugs.
How did we know he was contestant number 1?
Because I looked directly
Oh.
at him when I said it.
Oh, our viewers don't get that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he introduced himself. Can you please not interrupt contestant number 3?
Oh, okay.
Contestant number 2.
Oh, number 2. Okay, cool.
See?
Well, I'm Gabe. I guess I'm looking for love, but I've been looking in the wrong places.
Stop looking at me.
Just imagine John Travolta on a...
I'm sorry, I'm just getting emotional thinking about the trauma I've had in my life.
Anyways, I'm
It's
7'2".
What? Okay, thank you. You look a lot shorter sitting down. Contestant number 3, Link.
Hi, my name is Link. I'm contestant number 3. I believe that we have saved enough time from daylight savings that we should abolish daylight saving and use up all that time that we've saved up to sleep more. I'm also 7'3".
I'm sorry to introduce a follow-up question, but You do know that we go back to the same hour later in the year, so we haven't actually saved any time, right?
And why do they call it daylight savings?
Question number 1. If you could describe yourself in one word, what word would you choose? I'm going to start off with contestant number 3. You can answer this question first. Once again, if you could describe yourself in one word, what word would you choose?
Me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I stopped paying attention. Trying to figure out what you guys are laughing at.
Just everything. They're laughing
Okay.
at just everything.
My romantic life.
Oh, no. We don't laugh at that.
If you could describe yourself in one word, contestant number 3, Link, what word would you choose?
That's a tough one. It's not the word tough. I would say awkward. Mildly awkward. Hyphenated.
One word.
Hyphenated.
You can't just take 2 words and hyphenate them. That there's specific words that are hyphenated.
I guess mildly then.
Contestant number 1. If you could describe yourself in one word, what word would you choose?
I'll take the second half of that. I'll go with awkward.
Thank you for that, contestant number 1. Contestant number 2, Gabe. If you could describe yourself in one word, what word would you choose?
This is a tough one.
Is it tough?
I can tell by your extremely long pause.
Patient.
That makes sense. Thank you, contestant number 2. What would you describe as the perfect date? We'll start with contestant number 1.
The perfect date would be with Gabe.
I don't think I need to be on the show anymore.
Oh, so it's just me now.
We're going to go ahead and allow contestant number 2, Gabe, to answer the question. What would you describe as your perfect date?
Skydiving.
I don't want to skydive.
I just laughed directly into the mic. I forgot. You can hear that. Contestant number 3, what would you describe as the perfect date, Link?
I think building a fort and watching or building a fort and watching cartoons or watching me play video games while we eat gummy worms.
Thank you, Link. That is a very specific and elaborate response.
Oh
to
no,
the
no, I
question.
changed it. I got a better one.
Better than watching you play video games and eating gummy bears.
Are you crying?
Instead of them watching me play video games, we're building Legos,
It's beautiful.
which is what Danny and I are gonna do afterwards.
So at least I think I'm the only one here now.
It's weird that everyone's perfect date is with one of the other contestants on the show. If you had to be an animal... Sorry, I just got a notification my password was compromised. If you had to be an animal, what animal would you choose and why? Oh yeah, I have to pick one contestant. Let's start with contestant number 2. If you had to be an animal, what animal would you choose and why?
An eagle.
And why?
Why? Sorry. The patience was just boiling out of me. I would be an eagle because I'm seen as a symbol. Something greater than myself. I think that people look up to me. and people physically look up to me because I'm flying.
Because you're 7'2".
Because I'm 7'2" and I'm flying through the air skydiving.
I think you're describing Batman, not an eagle.
If I had to be an animal, I'd be Batman.
Okay, thank you.
As a 7'2" person that went skydiving, was someone behind you, like a professional behind you, guiding you through that whole,
You mean like attached?
Yeah, attached to you?
Yeah,
That's
my
really,
lower
that-
body, because that's another person.
That's really awkward for...
Contestant number 3, if you had to be an animal, what animal would you choose and why?
I think I would be a cute animal like the red panda. Because they are adorable. They are also protected, so no harm's ever gonna come my way. And I think they sleep a lot. And they're dumb. They do dumb things sometimes.
I'm sorry?
I think I think that'd be a good
You would
one.
want to be a dumb animal. Okay.
No, sometimes I do dumb things. Silly things.
Contestant number 1, if you had to be an animal, what animal would you choose and why, Dan?
I would be an owl. 'Cause
Ah.
I want to be able to rotate my head 360 degrees.
Did you ever watch that movie, The Guardians of Gahul,
I love that
by
movie.
Zack Snyder? Really?
Have you seen it?
No, I'm an eagle, dude.
I
was ready to date you.
I downloaded it from the library and then I let my borrow expire before I started it.
No one appreciates me.
They
here.
say, I'm sorry.
You're teasing Zack Snyder, man.
He's a genius. If you could describe yourself using a song, which song would you choose and why? Contestant number 3, if you could describe yourself using a song, which song would you choose and why?
That's a tough one, man. Why do I have to go first?
I can ask someone else.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Don't look at me. I have no idea.
Once again, contestant number 2, if you could describe yourself using a song, which song would you choose and why?
The national anthem. I don't think I really have to explain why.
Okay.
I'm worried about the people you're attracting with your answers.
Clearly patriarch.
Yeah.
What?
I think he's talking about people who post pictures of the Joker and Harley Quinn in front of a flag.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to post that picture now.
No, we're not going to post that picture. If you could describe yourself using a song, which song would you choose and why? Back to you, contestant number 3, Link. He knows he's contestant number 3, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm
Okay.
3. Took me a while, but I figured it out.
What a red panda.
Right? It's so dumb.
Is it weird that I didn't know there was a red panda? Is that
Really?
They're actually part more of the raccoon
Yeah,
family,
they're
not really.
different.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
My mental image is the character from the upcoming Pixar
Turning
film,
Red?
Turning Red, yeah.
Yeah, it's autobiography.
I thought of Jack Black in a panda suit. That's red.
That
It's
Pookie
great.
in a panda suit.
Man, it's a tough one. I think I'll probably go with Flight of the Conchord song.
Just any Flight of the Conchord song?
I think I'm gonna go with Carol Brown.
Safe choice.
Yeah, because in it there's a lyric. One of those lyrics goes like the whole song is people, his past girlfriends are complaining about him and why they should not date him, and I feel like that'd be pretty accurate.
That was kind of sad.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
cook or clean.
Yeah, I was expecting to laugh, and now I feel bad. If you could describe yourself using a song, which song would you choose and why? Contestant number 1.
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love Quiznos.
That's why?
Yeah, I want it that way.
Wouldn't that be like Burger King?
Did I just mix up the saying?
Yeah,
That's not Subway.
have it your way.
Is that not
is Burger
Quiznos?
King. You're correct.
When I used to watch Arrow on the CW, I thought that he owned Quiznos because the Queen Consolidated logo looks exactly like the Quiznos
Yes.
logo. Yeah, I couldn't get past it. That's why I stopped watching.
That's why I stopped eating Quiznos.
Not because they shut down.
Contestant number 2. What is your best pickup line?
Oof.
Wow.
Let me go on Bumble really quick to check.
The tuna app?
There's an app for that?
For tuna?
For tuna?
Yeah, Bumblebee tuna.
Wow.
You just get it delivered straight to the house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, nobody goes shopping anymore.
Favorite pickup line? I'd probably go with. I'd start off with, listen. And patiently wait. Then follow up with, I usually go for 8s. But today I'm making the exception. And I'm going to go for a 10. And walk away. And if she follows me, great. And if she doesn't, that's pretty much what happens every time.
Bold move.
Does she usually follow you, or?
Does that work?
No.
No,
No?
No,
Okay.
it
That's
doesn't
actually
work?
never worked.
Mm.
Alright.
Wait, so what about all your other pickup lines then?
I only have one.
Oh, okay.
So pickup lines obviously don't.
What is your best pickup line? Contestant number 1. Dan.
I walk up. I'm like, hey, are you a Quiznos sandwich? Because I could eat you up. It always works.
How are you still single then?
It's all downhill after
Quiznos
that.
closed.
You can't get Quiznos anymore.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. I don't know where there is a Quiznos. Are they still in business? Or?
I think it's
No,
one
they-
next to the Blockbuster.
Okay. What?
Yeah, I know which one he's talking about.
Deadpan. What is your best pickup line? Contestant number 3, Link.
I try to be creative and come up with something based off of their bio. I only do pickup lines
Did you
on
say bio or file?
no bio.
Oh
Like
my
I'm
God, I thought he, had
has
a file.
He has files on the women,
No.
and it's not creepy.
No,
It's
it's research.
it's just doing your work. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
just,
what Mark Zuckerberg
They
does.
actually really appreciate it because
Yeah,
you're putting in the legwork.
Yeah, I save all that data. So I usually my pickup lines come from dating apps, and I usually try to make them custom to what they say in their bios. So my latest one, this girl, she said she was an architect, and I told her that I will build her a house out of Legos, and that I would draw my plans with crayons. And she hasn't responded. I don't think it worked.
I don't know. She might just be waiting for love.
He has patience.
Oh, was it you, Gabriel?
What is more important to you? Being rich or being happy? Contestant number 1.
Definitely being rich.
Why?
I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini.
Thank you for that.
Dang, that was deep.
Was it though?
I thought that was deep.
Okay. Is
Thank
it
you.
more? Go ahead. Is it more important to be rich or be happy? Contestant number 3, Link.
I'm happy now, but I'm not rich. But I think I'd be happier if my student loans were paid off. So maybe rich, yeah.
No, I think the question though specifically means if you are rich, you're no longer happy. You have
But
to
I'd
choose.
be debt free, so
I don't know. I feel
It's
like
a
being
trade-off.
rich brings on more problems.
That's true. I've heard that.
I heard-
I've heard that repeatedly. Contestant number 2. What is more important to you, being rich or being happy, Gabe?
Listen, I say why not both? You know?
what was not an option? We would have all 3 of us would have picked that.
No, I want
Who's
to be.
not gonna say yeah, both? Like
I want to be
obviously
sad.
you have to choose.
Oh,
I want to be.
Oh, you.
I want to be sad.
Oh, okay.
so you bought sadness with your money.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our listeners out there, contestant number 1 purposely wants to be sad
A big
and rich. So keep that in mind when she's selecting
Big emo boy.
your bachelor. How would you propose to your girlfriend? Contestant number 3.
Like propose her to marry her, or propose like to go
I
on
don't
a
know,
trip.
business venture. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
right?
it's a marriage proposal.
I think it once again it all depends on her bio on Tinder.
Do you propose like on Tinder?
On Tinder, yeah. So this most recent one, she was an architect, and I said after I told her I'd build her a house out of Legos, I also said I was gonna build her an engagement ring out of Legos.
You double messaged, and the second one you said was an engagement ring.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting. So
Is this the same? This is the same girl.
Same girl, architect girl.
How would you propose to your girlfriend? Contestant number 1.
I wouldn't.
Bold choice. Contestant number 2.
Would she propose to you?
No.
No, okay.
Marriage was created by society to bring us down and tie us down.
Thank you, Ben Affleck. Contestant number 2.
Ooh, what's this?
Gabe. We'll wait for Gabe to compose himself.
He's crying right now. He's getting really emotional.
This is an emotional experience right here.
Time. Sorry.
How would you propose to your girlfriend?
PowerPoint.
With a pointer?
Laser pointer.
Yeah.
Pointer
Yeah.
no? Oh
Yeah,
man.
laser
I like
laser
that.
pointer's a must.
Suit and tie, right?
If the budget's big enough, I'd probably get a microphone too.
Oh, suit and tie?
Depends how casual
Mm,
the relationship
I don't
is.
know. Some people get scared off with formal clothing
Mm.
and suits and ties.
Business casual.
What's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you? I don't remember the order that I was going. I'm going to go with contestant number 3. The most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you. Most embarrassing story.
When I was in college, I was talking to this girl. And I had planned to go on a date with her to this how would I call this, Gabriel? What is it? Like a McKay's, how would I describe that?
It's like an old. It's like records and movies and video games and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a vintage store type of thing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's
Anyways.
like an electronic thrift store.
Yeah. Super cool. So I took her there, right? I asked her if she wanted to go, and she said yes. But throughout the day, as we're talking, she reveals that she has a boyfriend. And I was like, oh, I wish you would have told me this before I invited you.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but how exactly did you go about that?
We were talking about memes, and then she said, oh, yeah, my boyfriend showed this to me. And I was like, okay, that would have been good to know.
He's a lot more composed while he's saying it, but
It would have been good to know, right? So, okay, whatever, no problem. I go on this, we go on this thing, we come back, right? I'm texting my friend, and I'm letting her know about the day, how it went, right? I'm multitasking, I'm eating, I'm drinking apple juice, I'm watching something on my phone, and I'm texting on my phone as well. So I text my friend, oh yeah, it sucks, man, she has a boyfriend. I can't do nothing, I'm screwed. I sent it. But I guess I was multitasking too much, because I realized that I sent that message to the girl that I had a crush on and not my friend. As soon as I did that, I'm like, oh. So I ran up to Gabriel's room immediately. I didn't even knock on his door because I had access to his.
he was an RA, so he just came in.
Yeah. Didn't even care if he was naked or not. Just came in, woke him up, and I'm like, Gabriel, I screwed up, and I gave him my phone. And he fixed it. And that's how I know.
How do you fix it?
How do you fix
How'd
it?
you fix it?
How did I fix it?
I don't know. He just said something clever. But it was a
I
lot.
think it was like,
Oh, I did.
yeah.
It was like 2 words or something.
And I didn't remember what I
Yeah.
said.
No, it was like really short.
Yeah, it was
That
really short, and then, but she was cool about it. But the amount of pain that I was in during that moment, and awkward, I couldn't. I felt really.
Yeah, I
weird.
felt it for him. He came in and he was
panicking.
freaking
I was
out.
panicking. Yeah.
I really feel like the response is the punchline, guys, and none of us can remember what. No.
No. There's
No.
The punchline is
the
the-
punchline
is
is
the-
that he sent it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
the punchline is a pain that I had.
That is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Contestant number 1.
Never again did I. Ever since then, I haven't told a girl how I feel about them because I'm scared of what they're gonna say.
I feel like that's crippling emotional trauma, and you need to address it.
Yeah. So if you're out there, someone listening out there that's interested in that type of things, I'm your guy.
Contestant number 1. What's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you?
Being brought on as producer of Searching for McGuffin podcast.
Thanks.
Would you like to elaborate?
Yeah.
or-
No,
Okay.
No.
Contestant number 2.
Do we embarrass you?
no.
Oh, okay.
Not until today. Contestant number 2. What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you, Gabe?
Patient.
He's so patient.
So patient.
Just long pause.
Like a bald eagle.
I feel like he's had like 8 minutes to come up with it since Link told the story.
No, because he's part of my story, so.
Oh, he was just so enthralled
And-
by
yeah.
your
Yeah,
testimony.
I was trying to remember what I had said. Most embarrassing thing, is this specific to dating or is this like just anything that's happened to me?
No, just what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you at all?
I was on a cruise ship in a class trip
What
and
a flex.
He does that a lot.
Mhm.
and it was just a bunch of me and my friends in the middle of, I guess they had like a deck, and my friend was coming out of the pool.
Oh,
And
thought that was going somewhere else.
And as he's coming out, he has his like hands on the railing. He's coming up, and as he's coming out, I just decide to like fake Sparta kick him back into the pool, just doing the motion. What I didn't realize was that the deck floor was wet, and so once I lifted my foot to do the kick, my heel slipped. I fell like I had slipped on a banana peel, and my head just absolutely hit the deck,
Oof.
if you will.
You okay?
You could hear.
Did you sue them?
You
I
could
did
be
not.
rich.
You could hear the thump,
He might be rich.
and as it hit, it was just a collective like, ooh, all around the ship.
Like even in the other rooms and floors and
No. Like this was like in the middle, like you know the decks, like everyone's like tanning and like they have the events or like they have like the little dancing things.
So they were
at
all
the
looking.
deck parties. Yeah, they all saw me
So
and
they
they
were
were all
all-
like,
they're all-
ooh.
Big hit for a 7'2" guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
you could feel it on the boat.
Not even then. No wonder they were all looking at you because
Yeah,
you're
you're
7'2".
7'2".
Me
Yeah.
being 7'2", it was I could have made a dent in the
The
boat.
captain.
You
In
could
in
have
the
taken
hole.
down the boat.
How'd you
Yeah.
fit in that room?
the captain announced, he was like, ooh, and then he just turned off.
Did
the
anyone
intercom.
else feel that? And so, I laid there for a bit, being the patient person that I am. I was scared to come up, but I realized, sometimes you have to fly like an eagle and soar. So I got right back up, and people clapped and cheered.
You're a hero.
That's pretty
That's
brave.
your definition of me.
It's pretty
And
brave
I
of you.
appreciate it.
You're a hero.
You
Thank
get
you.
an A for sticking to themes.
Thank you.
What is your dream profession? Contestant number, I'm going to say 3 again. Oh, wait, no, I think you started last time. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Danny and I have something here, but we both want to move to New York. I'm gonna work at the Nintendo store during the day, and at night do stand up in the Comedy Cellar.
We're both gonna do stand up.
You're going to do stand? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
But-
didn't mean
But
to.
yeah.
I'm
We're-
sorry.
we're both gonna
That
do-
was harsh. I apologize.
All right, where now?
I'd like to change my most embarrassing story
To now.
to right now, this second.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. What about you, Dan?
Well, yeah, same.
I know, but
It's a shared dream.
no,
that
but
we
the other
have.
store.
Guys, I think
Oh,
I don't
wait,
think
which
you
one
guys
did you
need to
say?
be on
I
this
did Nintendo.
show.
I did the Nintendo one. You're gonna do which
the
one?
Lego one.
Yeah.
And then at night we're gonna have a duo.
Finish that sentence?
Comedy.
Okay.
A duo comedy
Yeah.
Comedy what?
set.
You
Yeah.
remember when I
Yeah.
judged that one comedy set that you created, right?
I thought you said I did good.
Oh,
Did you-
yeah.
Did you lie
No.
to me?
Mm.
Contestant number 2.
He
What's-
lied to
What's
me.
your most
Confession.
embarrassing?
What is your dream profession?
My dream profession?
Yeah.
Freedom.
That's not an occupation.
Who is
Amen.
who has you imprisoned?
Listen, I've just been watching Peacemaker too much. I guess like an actual job.
Yeah.
Freedom's
If
not
I
a
was-
job.
No, freedom is not an actual job.
If I was good at it, I'd probably want to try and be an
no,
actor.
because freedom is free, so you don't get paid for it.
It's what every American has.
Yeah.
Amen. God bless America.
Wait, when you asked the rich question, did you mean money?
Yeah, I mean, typically, yeah. When people,
Oh, you thought freedom? Rich and freedom?
no, I think he thought like rich, like chocolate, like you know how it's rich, like the flavor is really sweet and like.
Just thought being freedom would make me
creamy.
happy, and being happy makes me rich.
You know what? You're very Aaron Yeager vibes right now.
That's not a compliment. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Mm.
He's unsure if he meant to be a compliment.
Is he a
Contest-
protagonist?
Take it as you will.
Listen,
Yeah,
if I had
take
to have a real job, and if I was any good at it, I'd probably be like an actor or something.
An actor or something. Thank you.
Well, since you're 7'2", I would say like NBA player.
Yeah, basketball would have been good.
Don't put him in a box.
Yeah, well, stop
He
trying
won't
to
fit.
Yeah, try to find me a female lead that can fit in the same frame as me, like wide angle the entire time.
You just argued against your own
Yeah, so
answer.
you
He was
should-
saying you'd be
yeah.
a basketball player. You're like, oh, look at all the challenges to me being an actor. It's such a weird answer.
I broke.
You'll never be an actor with that type of mindset.
Yeah, man. You gotta be more positive.
You should try the NBA.
Remember, you
You should get an MBA. If
gotta,
you could travel. Good.
you gotta be free in your mind, man. Free from all that judgmental and all those negative thoughts that you have. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, I know you're right, man.
You're
it's
amazing.
Just, it's. Thank you.
I want you to say it.
I just, it's hard, you know.
You're amazing.
Say it. Repeat it.
Say it.
I'm amazing.
But now, believe it though.
You have to.
believe
You
it.
gotta feel it.
You gotta believe it. Shout it a little bit. Shout it.
I'm amazing.
There you go. But
There
now
you
a
go.
little bit more conviction.
I'm amazing.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. You can go to the next question.
If you could. Thank you. Thank you for permission to continue with my hosting duties.
Oh my bad.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Contestant number 1. Dan.
Japan.
Why? What would you do in Japan?
I don't know. I would get lost.
In translation? Contestant number 2. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go, Gabe? Contestants, please don't interfere with contestant number 2 as he answers.
This is an answer of my own volition. I would go to Bali.
Where?
Bali.
I'm sorry, where is that
Where is
again?
that again?
You know, that place in France. Bali.
Where?
What continent that in?
Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Why
What?
would you go to Paui? Was it?
Bali?
You have a speech impediment?
It's my Invisalign.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all right.
Your teeth look good.
I
though.
get that a lot.
What would you do in
Paui.
France?
Walk around some more, and then I don't know. I feel like this is the city. It's the city of love, right?
Why don't we have
I like to
this
think
episode in that city?
we're not there yet.
Oh, we're not?
Yeah.
Very
We don't have the
ambitious.
money.
Budget cuts.
Then we have to take all these microphones and this
Yeah.
laptop and
It's a
We
lot
have
of
them.
work for one episode.
Yeah.
and this shelf that only holds the
The one
mic.
I told him to buy.
Yeah.
And
There's
he
like
hates me now.
there's a shelf on top of a
A
cabinet
table.
that doesn't do anything because it can actually be sitting on the cabinet, but we have a shelf that
Just
holds.
in case.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Because I'm
Don't
always on
worry
this
about
I'll
side.
bring you around the other side of
viewers
the table.
will see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the viewers.
Mm,
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I've been to Bali.
me too.
You took my answer with Japan. I would probably go to Italy.
You've been to Italy.
I haven't.
Oh.
Really?
What a. Oh,
What a pleb.
yeah. You're not-
Contestant number 3. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go, Link.
I think I would go with Danny, and we'll invite Gabe as well.
I just don't think they need to be on this show.
Yeah.
Like, theyey're made for each other.
I think it's implied that you would be taking the person who chooses you.
Okay.
on
Well,
it, yeah.
No,
well,
but
Dan
I
and I are both gonna get married at the same time and both have our honeymoons.
double.
They're
Yes.
both going to make burner accounts and
Yeah.
vote for each other.
And I'd go to Japan.
Mhm.
with me.
Yeah.
We've established it's a double honeymoon. Okay, continue.
But instead of renting out a hotel, I would stay in one of those pods that they have in Tokyo Drift. You know which one I'm talking about? Where they just sleep.
No.
For like, it's like one space for like one person.
Yeah, one person,
and you
right?
just share that.
Yeah,
I should
it
share that
would-
with my
yeah.
wife. Yeah.
No,
you
with
mean
me.
with Danny?
No.
No.
He'd be on the next pod with his wife.
But you're both on this pod.
No,
Yeah,
we're
we are
we're both
on
in
this
pod.
podcast.
And this.
No, we're both
No,
in
no.
that pod.
No,
No,
in
no.
this pod. The-
This pod.
I
yeah, the
want
pod.
I
What
want,
pod?
with the podcast,
I want nothing to do
Pod-
with you in the same pod.
Why?
but you're on
You're
this
literally
pod.
on the
you're
same
on
pod.
this
You're on
pod.
this
We're
pod
in
right
We're in
now.
this pod. This pod, we're good.
Yeah,
A Japanese pod, no bueno.
that's not Japanese.
Japanese pod.
no, I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Don't continue.
Transitioning to the next question.
Next question.
What are you looking for?
I would
In a-
also go in December. I mean, in late December, early January, so I can go be there January 4th, so I can watch Wrestle Kingdom, the New Japan WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, don't call it the WrestleMania.
I mean, for those who don't know,
Super Bowl. The
the
Super Bowl
for Japanese wrestling, yes, and that's always been a dream of mine, and that's why I want to get married late December, so I can go to my honeymoon in early January.
But if you leave in late December, don't you arrive in Japan early January?
Yeah, but like days like before January 4th.
Okay. What are you looking for in a woman? Contestant number 2.
Height.
Yeah.
Important.
You okay if she carries a ladder with her at all times?
Like one of those step ladders?
Yeah, she's gonna have to.
I think that would work. They're pretty portable.
I don't know many 7 feet tall women.
I don't know many 7 foot tall men.
You got two right in front
Yeah,
of
it's
you.
got-
crazy that we have two.
Oh, that's right. I said I was 7'3". I'm really less. I'm
Right, you continuously are impressed by his height, but you matched it.
He's
in
7.
the
No, I didn't
introduction.
not only did I match it,
He's 7'3" on the
had-
dating
I
apps.
one upped him,
Yeah.
and I forgot.
What are you looking for in a woman? Contestant number 3, Link.
I really like a woman with a good sense of humor. I'm always looking for that. Someone that can make me laugh. Someone who is kind, very compassionate.
I'm
Why
kind.
is this a real answer?
Oh.
Deadpan.
Contestant number 1, stop interrupting. Contestant number 3's responses. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is
And-
part of the problem. This is why we're playing this game.
He's just gonna have qualities that define.
So yeah,
contestant number one.
so comedy,
Comedy.
very funny person. I want to marry someone that makes me laugh, who I could make laugh and who could together be like a good
Did you-
riff with each other.
Did you say so you can make life?
We can make life as well. You get me? That's what we were created to do, make life.
Like you'd join like a life cereal factory.
Yeah. I'd be a worker there, probably employee of the month a couple of times.
It's a beautiful dream.
I'm dreaming big.
Contestant number 1. What are you looking for in a woman? Dan.
Sense of humor. Because Link and I have the same exact taste.
You're
Man,
okay.
this is
You have to find 2 different women.
It's so
though.
crazy
You're
how
not-
we're like,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just
Maybe we can get twins. You get one, I get another one.
yeah. You just
You get the older one though.
Yeah, the one that was born a little bit minutes before earlier.
yeah.
those are kind of real answers. Now I kind of feel
Yeah, now I feel like if there's a set of twins out there listening to the show, maybe our 1% listeners in Japan.
Ooh.
Do we have 1%?
Yeah, I forgot to break it to you this
Oh,
week.
wait,
We
are you
broke it-
serious?
Yeah, we broke into Japan.
We made it.
So if you're a
Guys-
set of Japanese twins,
If you're listening to this, please invite us to your house. Because hotel stay is very expensive in Japan. So let us
that's
stay at
asking
your...
a lot.
We'll entertain you. we would
we'll do our comedy duo
well
set.
comedy or dual set. Yeah, well
It'll be a great time.
yeah, we'll motivate you.
What?
Motivational speakers.
Since when are you a motivational speaker?
We just motivated Gabe.
Okay.
I think we're. You know what? We
Yeah,
should work
we
together.
should work together.
Alright.
And they have a
Or be
Nintendo
together.
and Lego store over there too.
That's perfect.
Oh man,
So we'll do comedy in Japan.
Oh, your dream just like pivoted.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Contestant number 2. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be, Gabe?
I'd probably be 7'3".
oh
Didn't you just answer you were 7'3"?
no, he's
No, he
7'2".
said
I'm
7'3".
7'3".
Oh,
I'm
so you'd
7'3".
want another inch.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to one up me. She's want to be as equal as me.
You don't believe your
I just don't. I have 6. I have 5.
That was negative. I'm
I-
sorry. I apologize.
I have 5 energy.
Sometimes I don't know what you guys are talking about. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Contestant number 3, Link.
If I could change one thing about myself, what would it be? I feel like, I wish I had the drive to read more, but I don't. So hopefully, to be a reader, to become a reader.
I have a song for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, The Rock's on it.
oh yeah. What is it? Can you quote it without getting sued?
Yeah, you can. We've covered this on the show. You
He can
quote.
sing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can
sing
sing the song. We can't play the song.
You
Mhm.
should sing it.
Where does it go? Yeah.
You can just like give the lyrics without the
Yeah,
melody.
I think
No, I think you should.
he had. He just has such an incredible mind, and he's so crafty with words. And I mean, I'm surprised he's not a professional lyricist, which I guess now he is. Now that he made that.
I think he's always been.
Moana.
He wrote Moana. He wrote all the songs.
He wrote the
Moana.
screenplay
Yeah,
for the
he
film.
wrote,
Moana.
yeah.
I think he won an Academy Award for that.
Oh yeah.
Academy Award winning.
So
Dwayne
humble. He doesn't even talk about
The
that.
Rock Johnson.
Oh, you're still waiting on me?
He doesn't really
Yeah.
talk about himself a lot.
Mm.
That's how humble. he
Very
is.
patient.
Well, in the beautiful words of the icon, Dwayne Johnson, it's about drive.
Okay.
Something along the lines of it's about power.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, you gotta look at it in context.
Yeah, it's
Man.
metaphorical, man.
No, okay.
And he has this thing where he's constantly motivating, and he wants you to stay hungry, so hungry that you devour whatever it is that's in your way.
Do I have to devour it? I feel like I can just complete it, but not devour it.
Sure, man. Sure.
Can I be honest with you? I just heard this song for the first time the other day because like I've only heard that verse from like memes, and I heard it the other day and I was like, "Is this the same song?"
Yeah, 'cause
was-
because it's like all the way at the end, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "What?" I thought the whole song was just like that 5 seconds.
You thought
but-
that was the chorus, right?
Yeah, I thought that was the chorus.
No, it's
but
just his. Which other rappers are in
I
that?
thought it was his
I
song.
don't know who they
Tech
are.
9 is on that.
Is that the snitch?
Stop making up people.
Who's Tech 9?
Yeah.
That's-
a real
Isn't
rapper.
That's a
that
real
like a
person?
Pokemon move, Tech 9? Like that's like one of those things you do to change
No,
which
that's,
charge move
that's
they
a
have.
video game.
That sounds like an evil company from like a Transformers movie.
It sounds like a weird spin-off of the Tekken fighting game series.
Yeah, like
No,
it's
it's
unabbreviated.
It's
Yeah,
Tekken 9.
Tekken 9.
Yeah.
Yo, it's Tech 9. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is that like the soundtrack for the song for the game?
For the song, it's a soundtrack for the song. If you could change one thing about yourself. Wait, no, that wasn't the question. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Oh.
I have no idea how
Yeah.
we got.
I don't know.
I'm
We
not
went
even-
off. We went off in a
I'm
tangent.
almost certain that contestant number 1 has to answer the question. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
So I would go down in height, probably to about 4'10".
Not 4'9"?
Why is everyone so strangely
No,
fixated on height?
4'10".
What?
4'10", because that's Danny DeVito's height,
And that's a perfect height.
and that's the perfect height.
Because it's short enough to be short, but tall enough to not be a dwarf.
Yeah, it's like he's like that's perfect.
Yeah, he's like the Shaq for dwarfs.
I think everyone answered that question. What are some of your best qualities? Contestant number 3, Link. What are some of the best qualities that you possess?
I think I'm a very thoughtful person. And sometimes it hurts me to be so thoughtful.
It hurts you. Could you unpack that? What does that mean?
Hurts, you get me? You do all these thoughtful things for people, and then like, oh, it didn't pay off. Like they didn't care about it that much, or,
Beautiful answer.
yeah,
Cool.
How was that beautiful?
You wouldn't get it.
you wouldn't get it, yeah,
Okay.
because you're not thoughtful.
Okay, jeez. What are some of your best qualities? Contestant number 1, Daniel, son.
My beard.
Yes, top 10.
That's all.
That's it.
Yeah,
Just your
that's
beard.
all I have to offer.
An interesting anecdote. I just discovered today that you have never shaved your face ever since you grew
Nope.
facial hair.
He's like the Samson for beards.
Yeah, I lose my power.
He loses his producing
I'll forget how to
powers.
produce.
Yeah.
Oh,
if
no,
I
never
lose my
shave.
beard, so
Because we don't know how to do it.
yeah, so
But if you ever get too embarrassed of being here, shave.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Link
that would
does
work.
know how to do it, but will never admit to it, so he doesn't have to do it.
I didn't like the way you smiled at me.
Yeah, Link just made a weird smile.
I'm sure he knows how to do more than I do.
What about contestant number 2? What are some of your best qualities?
My height and sense of smell. I think that
Hey, repeat that again.
my heightened sense of smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
You
you,
see
said
what-
height for a
No, you
second.
see what he did there. He said height and yeah, because you were expecting. Anyways, continue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was good.
Yeah,
Um,
transition here.
Transitioning to my answer now. Yeah, I didn't really think of it as like a big thing until I saw Demon Slayer,
Mm-hmm.
and the main character shares that same quality and attribute, and it helps him a lot. I mean, I don't fight
Demons.
vampire demons, but I think one day it'll pay off. So, but I think that show has helped me see the positive in me, along with these two guys today.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, we're proud of you.
This show keeps coming up on the show, and I have no idea what it is. I have to watch the show, don't I?
Yeah.
Five-
Yeah,
5
Well-
minutes ago, I did something. Did you smell it?
Such
I mean,
a
I was
strange concept.
trying to be nice, but
Okay.
I didn't want to call you out.
So thoughtful, man.
You couldn't hold that.
That was really thoughtful.
a few minutes.
I feel bad for whoever's behind me.
Our audience, our live studio audience,
Oh, hello.
which I think interjected at some point. I wasn't sure if they answered one of the questions by mistake. Do you believe in love at first sight? And I'm gonna go with I believe contestant number. I think I just did. No, yeah, 1.
Yes,
Contestant number 1. Do you believe?
Yes,
love at
I
first sight?
do.
Why?
because I'm looking at Link.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Wait, also, this is not the first time you've seen him. That doesn't even answer the question correctly.
This is like the 1000th time you've seen me.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
That's not wasn't the question. Contestant number 2. Do you believe in love at first sight?
I believe in love at first height.
Mm.
Quite impressed with how quickly you're able to come up with these. Do you believe in love at first sight? Contestant number 3, Link.
I believe in infatuation at first sight. Well, not love.
Is that all?
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you develop.
Okay, thank you. Contestant number 2. Are you easily offended? Why or why not?
When someone questions how tall I am, I kind of get offended.
Are you crying?
Like when they doubt,
Listen, they come and tell me, you look like you're 5'9". Listen, I'm 7'2", all right?
almost 7'3",
Exactly. That's my dream.
and you can
You're shortchanging me.
You
can do anything.
You can accomplish that, bro.
Is that the only thing
Thank
that
you,
offends
guys.
you? Or?
Oh, what offends me? Zack Snyder.
I don't even think that's a question.
It wasn't. I'm sorry. It wasn't. The question was, are you easily offended?
Oh. Am I easily offended? Nah.
Oh.
What about those 4 hours you watched the Snyder Cut?
that wasn't
offensive.
easy.
Yeah, that was offensive.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy, though. It was difficultly offended.
It was a patient, slow burn.
It's a good movie for you.
Can I tell you how the Justice is Gray cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League
Don't tell me to watch that too.
is in black and white, and it is 4:10 frame, and it is exactly as good as Tragedy of Macbeth for the same reasons.
I thought you were gonna say Tragedy of MacGuffin.
We don't have no.
Can we get that?
Oh, what is that? The Shakespeare version of our show?
Okay, when we make a film, it's got to be in black and white, and you got to be able to watch it vertically on your cell phone.
And
Yeah, I agree.
One of the who are going to play us?
Denzel's playing me.
Denzel?
Danny DeVito's playing me for sure.
Francis McDormand's playing me.
Yeah, Paul Rudd's going to play me.
That. Contestant number 3, Link. Are you easily offended?
I want to say that I'm not, but sometimes things bother me, and I
Such as?
let them dwell. And I'm like, why is this bothering me?
What are some examples?
Oh, I don't know. Can't think of one right now.
Oh man, I thought he was gonna say something.
We always think he's gonna say something specific.
I can't think of one right now. But I'm not easily offended, but sometimes like, oh man, that hurt a little bit. I don't know why.
He's pointing to his chest.
Yeah.
That little spot in the middle of your chest that's like caved in. That, according to that Batman animated series episode, if you touch it, you die. If you're a ninja.
Ooh.
Contestant number 1, Dan. Are you easily offended?
Yes.
Why?
What? Why?
He's
How's that a
offended
why?
right now. He's
Yeah, I'm
offended right
offended
now.
by this question.
He's offended by you saying why.
Yeah. Why?
What are some examples?
Do I have to explain?
I
Why do I have to explain to you?
guess not. Okay, I'm sorry.
Should
Hey
ask-
Dan,
You should
are you
ask-
easily offended?
Nah.
You should ask to see his manager.
Mr. Manager?
What's the show on? I want to speak to your producer.
Contestant number 3. Do you want children?
Me. That's right. You didn't say Link at the end.
Okay. I mean, you told me 25 minutes ago that you finally figured out that you were contestant number 3.
Do I want children? Yes, I want children. But right now, I want more. What I want more than children right now are nieces and nephews. So get working.
I don't know why. I
Okay,
thought he was
that-
gonna say Nissans.
What I
Nissans,
want now is a Nissan.
Nissans and
Nissan.
nephew.
A brand new Nissan Rogue.
So get working with my sister and make me a nephew or niece.
Okay, this got
Whoa.
extremely personal.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, thank you.
He's
I'm not on
offended.
trial here. You are. Contestant number 1, Daniel. Do you want children?
No. But I want a Nissan Rogue.
Oh, that's the car my mom has.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's such a cool name for such a not cool,
Cool car, right?
Yeah, it's not
Right.
cool.
It was
had
so
that-
cool when Rogue One came
Yeah, I
out.
was about to say that they had that cool Rogue One commercial.
Oh,
It
man.
was sick.
They have is there a car named Solo?
No.
No, there's
But
a
now
soul.
I-
No, that's
There's
You
a
could just
soul.
put, you just put like an O.
Solo.
You could just put like an O.
not,
Just-
they should
Get
make
a
like a
magnet.
Mandalorian car.
Nissan
yeah,
Mandalorian.
it's called an N1.
Ooh.
Contestant number 2. Are you? Oh, no, that's not easily offended. Do you want children, Gabe?
Do you really not want children, Danny?
No, that was a lie.
Oh, okay. Patience is not one of my qualities.
I'm
Or our
I'm-
listeners?
I'm looking up and I'm seeing this canvas of stormtroopers, and it reminds me of those stormtrooper bumper stickers that people have with their families.
With the Confederate flag?
I'm sorry?
No, that's the wrong one.
Is it with the AT-AT shooting at them?
I've seen that one and I think that one's great.
Yeah.
But it's like a family of stormtroopers and little stormtroopers.
Oh.
And so in order to get that sticker, I think I would have to have kids. So yes, my answer is I would like to have
You
kids.
could just buy the sticker and not have kids.
I feel like it'd be
That's a
kind of
lie.
fake.
That's
You'd be living.
yeah,
What?
I'd be
Dan
living
just
a lie.
lied. Dan just lied about
did
not
just
wanting
lie.
kids. You can lie. It's not right, but you can lie.
I don't want to do
Your
this.
kids
I
would
don't
be
want to do this
tall.
on the air.
All right.
If they're D1 athletes, yeah.
Do you
actually.
think they would?
Yeah,
fit
I like kids. Yeah, for sure,
Would-
for sure.
You
Would-
like kids?
I would have kids.
Would they be able to fit in a stormtrooper like outfit? I don't. Think
They
so.
don't have to. It's a sticker on the car. You
No.
don't have to
Yeah.
dress up
You
your
can
kids as
also-
stormtroopers.
Oh,
you
they don't
can
have to
also
be
buy a
stormtroopers.
To get those
small
stickers, yeah, I'd have
stormtrooper.
kids for sure.
Okay.
But would you have to dress them up as
That's
stormtroopers?
an
Um,
investment.
I'll give them a choice.
Imperial stormtroopers or First Order?
Those are first order stormtroopers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Imperial stormtroopers.
Clone troopers?
That's the right answer.
Yeah, we can do clone troopers. I think we fit that in. Maybe like another child.
Danny has either Danny's slightly offended by this response or he just smelled
I'm
what
very
Link
easily-
made.
I'm easily offended
That was
by
10.
the smell that Link made.
Oh, it's 10 now.
That was 10 minutes ago, sir.
All right. Final question.
Oh yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Here's
man.
the last one. That's right. Okay. If someone flirted with you, would you tell me? That question doesn't make sense. I think the Bachelorette's supposed to be asking the question.
I would call you immediately.
Link asked Danny the question.
I'd be like, George, someone just flirted with me.
Okay, let me restate the question. It's funny that it didn't come up until the last question. If someone flirted with you, would you tell your partner?
Yes. I would call Link.
No, okay. Your romantic partner.
Not your soulmate, your romantic partner.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, sure, I guess I would tell. But I would call Link first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about me? I asked first.
I would call you guys on a group FaceTime call.
You'd be like emergency
Be like,
podcast episode.
guys,
Remember yesterday?
someone flirted with me.
Yesterday at Starbucks, I told you that this girl thought my glasses
And
were
he
cool.
immediately called me.
I didn't. I mean, you were right there, but I
He
immediately
called her right in front of her.
How is he
Hey,
right
bro.
there? He lives in Orlando.
No, because we were at Starbucks yesterday.
They were
What?
together.
Yeah.
yeah.
You came in 24 hours and you didn't even come over till now?
And I would call Link. And
Yeah.
I would tell
And then I told him, "Yo, this girl, she's complimenting my glasses."
He said this in front of the girl.
Yeah.
She complimented
She's
him.
still
And he
there.
picked up the
'Cause
phone right away.
We were inside. He was
in
outside.
her presence. And
He
called.
was, yeah.
and
we were,
she was easily
Staring at a
offended.
deadpan in the face. Hey,
Yeah.
bro, this girl just complimented my glasses.
and then I
Wait.
said I liked hers, and then I suggested that we switch. But I don't think she'd like that. Makes sense. We know pandemic.
Was that your pickup line?
Yeah, I guess it was.
You were on the spot.
Mm.
Contestant number 2. If someone flirted with you, would you tell me, the show, and or your romantic
Would you tell
partner?
George that someone flirted with you?
Would I tell you?
George.
Apparently the question is multi-layered now. Me, the show, and or your romantic
Or would
partner.
you tell Link, or would you tell me?
Which one of us would you tell?
Which one of us would you tell first?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Before I'd have a chance to tell any of you, I'd probably get a phone call about my car's extended warranty.
That is
So I'd
true.
probably have to tell the insurance person that someone is flirting with me. So I think yes. After I tell that person, I would tell you guys. Yeah, for sure.
But which one of us?
Which one of you goes first?
You have to pick.
George or the show as a whole that includes George?
No,
Why do you sound so exasperated? What's happening?
Danny,
He's getting
Why
really
you-
emotional.
The
Breathing so
coffee is
heavily.
hitting me, man.
Danny, George, or Link? Which
Who
would you tell
first?
first?
The order of which we introduce ourselves.
Oh, so I'm last.
I don't usually introduce myself on the show.
But you don't usually will
So
get a
he
call.
would never
you won't
call-
usually. No, sometimes
I'm
you will.
offended.
I'm actually offended because I really thought you would say me.
I thought you weren't easily
No, but I have to
offended.
No,
continue.
I said I
the-
am easily offended.
I have to
sometimes.
continue the trend. George, and then I tell myself Gabe, and then
You have
and
to
Link.
you have to tell yourself.
Yes.
I know.
And then I guess I get it in the notes later.
Yeah, just put it in the show
In the
notes.
description.
And the show
Again, we
notes.
have no show notes. Would you tell your romantic partner though? Our listeners who
If someone else flirted me that is not my romantic partner,
correct? Would you tell whatever hypothetical listener we have right now, possibly a twin in Japan,
I have to sound like a good person. Yeah, I would.
and contestant number 3? If someone flirted with you, would you tell me, the show, and or your romantic partner?
I don't think I would tell you directly. I'd
Mhm.
tell my sister, who would be next to you. So I would tell you guys.
Okay, so you're just gonna see past me.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Why
guess
you
what
tell me?
happened? I would probably tell Gabe first.
Mhm.
Nah, I feel bad for not telling him first.
Yeah, exactly. See, because I would tell you first. You know me. I tell you everything.
It's a good
I don't
thing
have a
I'm
filter.
patient. I can
I would
wait.
never find out.
Yeah.
And then Danny, I wouldn't text him.
He said you live too far away.
Yeah, you
man.
live too far away. You were lucky she was there
The
when
text is instant.
No, there's like a
I'm
delay.
offended.
There's a delay.
But you're lucky that I told you about yesterday.
That's a one-time thing. We were partners.
I'll be more thoughtful on this. It's something I'm good at. I'm gonna get better at it.
Would you tell your romantic partner?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I would. I would.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
I wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Totally
wouldn't.
not.
I
No.
would totally do it. I would not. I would not keep anything from her
Okay. All right.
unless Gabe told me to keep it a secret.
So you would totally, absolutely tell her you would not keep anything unless, of course, Gabe suggested it. and then
Or
you
I would tell
totally
her
keep
whatever
it.
you tell me, I have to tell Gabe.
Is that the compromise you're gonna have with?
That's a compromise I have with
potential
everyone.
romantic.
Everyone. I tell him, hey, if you can tell me a secret, I'll keep it. But Gabriel's also gonna keep it a secret.
So you have like wifey rules with Gabriel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you should start a comedy set with him.
So I hope that you guys get to know each of our eligible bachelors.
Oh yeah.
I don't not from my responses. I don't think I seem very eligible.
Dan,
I think you seem very eligible.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys.
Gabe.
7'3".
7'3".
Link.
Any short queen would want you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
4'10".
it, guys.
Any shoddy would want you.
So at this moment, I'm going to turn it over to Link because I have had it written contractually that I do not have to discuss social media. So if you want to vote on which of our bachelors you think should be matched up, go right ahead, Link.
So yes, so on this week, hopefully you guys follow us on our social medias.
Whoever's still listening.
Whoever, if you made it this far,
If you've made it this far, man.
You have patience.
bro, you must love us, one of us.
Then Gabe's
Ooh,
the
one of
bachelor
them.
for you if you have patience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have patience.
So if you're following us on social media, if you aren't, search us up on Instagram, S4M Podcast. And I think that's pretty much for all of them except for Facebook. Facebook, it's searching for McGuffin
Mm-hmm.
Podcast.
No, just searching for.
Oh, searching for McGuffin.
because we're pretending to be a person on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Oh, searching for is our first name.
Yeah, actually.
McGuffin is the last
Yeah.
name.
Yeah,
that
they had a
makes
birthday
sense.
the other day, actually.
McGuffin.
I wrote on their wall.
Nice.
Oh. So yeah. So this week on Instagram, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a poll, right? And we're gonna say which contestant would you date?
Leonie, this is what we're gonna do.
This is
okay,
Leonie.
So-
Leonie, this is what we're gonna
Link
do.
is making this up on the spot.
Social
so-
media manager.
Social media
Yeah.
manager. This is what you're
I
doing.
gotta,
Sorry.
I gotta message her before.
We'll message her. So we'll put that. Maybe Danny, our producer Danny, can also put that on the poll for.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know we've
Right.
never actually
Even though-
advertised that. So what? Well,
You're not allowed
can't-
to
I
advertise.
can't
yeah, you're right. Go,
find
you-
them anymore.
What do you mean you can't find them?
And the
No,
option.
But
is
I
not
can
ex-
though, and it's exactly in the same place.
Okay, then
so-
George will. Put
Okay,
a
I
This
will
is
poll.
a
put up a
beautiful conversation to have in front
So
of a
yes.
live audience.
So what we do is we have on. If you follow it, is it on
Spotify, yeah.
You can, we also put polls there, so you can click on, interact with that
Vote there, and then also vote
on our social media. Yeah, we're gonna post it on our stories and let us know which of the eligible bachelors,
Edible? which
Edible.
of the edible bachelors?
which of the edible bachelors,
Eligible.
eligible bachelors, you would vote for: Dan, Gabe, or Link.
Right. So we came up with this little experiment here for our Valentine's Day episode. Love is in the air, and love is a really important part of, I think, all our lives.
Can you smell it? The love.
No,
Gabriel?
no, that's not
That's
what we're
love?
talking- Sometimes love hurts. Love is an important part of all of our stories, right? And as we continue to search through stories week to week, it's different kinds of love. Like we talked about romantic love, but that's not all we celebrate in this time. We have family love. We have friendships, which sometimes kind of cross over into romantic love, as you saw in today's episode. But before we go, I kind of want to ask you guys one question. And then if you had any questions for me as the only ineligible non-bachelor.
Eligible.
Yeah.
Edible.
There's no edibles on the show. So for the first question is, since we talk a lot about like media, especially movies, and some couples like to go out during Valentine's Day, some like to stay in, maybe curl up with a good movie. What would be your pick for romantic film? It could be a rom-com, it could be a straight romance, it could be documentary on genocide, whatever it is that you guys are into.
Kinda heavy, man.
I'm sorry. And some couple, a funny story actually. Me and my wife, we first connected watching Bowling for Columbine, the Michael Moore documentary about gun violence.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's, love's a strange mistress, and you never know when Cupid's arrow is gonna hit.
Or
But-
or gun.
So on that note, what are your suggestions, your picks for couples who may be wanting to curl up with a film and stay home and just have a nice quiet evening together this Valentine's?
I guess I can go first.
Go right ahead.
I think one of my favorite rom-coms is why am I blanking out on the name now?
You were so eager.
I was so eager. I came up with this idea. All right, well,
I got this. No, I got nothing.
it's not The Big Short. We were talking about
Who's
that.
in it? Who's in it? We'll find it. Let's go.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh.
The 5-year engagement?
No,
Oh,
that's what. how
also
does that-
that's also
that's
a
good
great one.
though.
Yeah. Oh, good job, Gabe.
No, the
Eternals?
The Big Short.
big.
Oh,
No, it's like the
Eternals.
big hurt, the big O, the big
Huh.
My Cancer Year.
Whoa.
No,
Well-
that's that book by. never
Okay,
mind.
so since I can't remember it, I'm gonna go with my plan B, and that is About Time. I don't know if you guys seen
Oh,
it.
that's a good.
Dang
one.
it.
No. Did we all have the
Oh,
same
cramp,
one?
Were you
cramp,
also
cramp,
thinking
cramp.
about?
Are you cramping
I'm
right now?
cramping up. Oh.
A world exclusive link cramp.
You couldn't. No.
About Time made him really emotional. His body contracted.
Oh
and-
wow.
Full disclosure, our producer started this episode saying that he would not be putting any edits into the episode,
Yeah,
so I
this is
don't
not being
appreciate
cut.
him having a cramp in this moment.
I'm gonna stand for the rest of the episode.
The Big Sick.
The
Yeah, that's
Big
what it is, the
Sick.
Big
So
Sick.
Link has his pick. My pick is About Time now.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
Man,
You guys all picked About Time?
that's the
Fine.
last movie I cried in.
Bro, just say The Shining.
You can say the 5-year engagement.
No, you already said
Man,
it. You
I'm
can't just say
stumped.
all of them and then they just repeat what you're saying.
Yeah.
My bad.
Um.
So yeah, The Big Sick has my boy Kumail Nanjiani from Silicon Valley. I love that guy. Funny guy, comedian. It's about an interracial couple falling in love, and halfway through their relationship, the girl gets sick, and it's a big sick. Like it's a big sick, because she's like in a coma for a while. But throughout that whole time, my boy Kumail, which is actually based on a true story on his. I'm standing up. I hope they can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
please.
like barely.
Oh boy, so I'm gonna start all over again.
No, don't do that.
It's actually
I'm
based
patient.
on
I can wait.
it's based on his relationship with his actual wife. While they were dating, she got sick, but instead of running away, he was thoughtful like me, patient like Gabe. I don't know what Danny said for his, and he stuck out with her, and now they're married, and they wrote The Big Sick together, and they love each other.
I think Danny said awkward, which he also is awkward.
Yeah, we just also
There
awkward,
you go. And mildly, like you.
mildly spicy.
I mean, if I had to pick,
Yep.
mine, it would be About Time. Everyone should go watch that movie. I
That
love that
movie's
movie.
beautiful.
But to pick another one, Crazy Stupid Love.
Ooh, that's a
Man.
good one.
Were you singing that one too?
Yes.
I think Danny just like wasn't thinking of anything, and whenever you say a good one, he's like, "Oh, that was gonna be
Don't
mine."
let him hear you. He's gonna get
You know what?
offended.
I'll say Groundhog Day. I rewatched it and I love that.
That is a deep cut, and I love
I
it.
love that
Low-key, that is
movie.
a great answer, man.
Yeah.
I think you just turned the tide for everyone
If
to
you
vote for
haven't
you now.
seen Groundhog
Seriously.
Day, go watch it.
I don't remember seeing it, but then I saw it again, and then I don't remember seeing it, but then I saw it again.
Have you seen Palm Springs?
Not as
No.
good.
It's like the newer version of Groundhog's Day with Adams.
Andy
Adam-
Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
Adam
and-
Driver.
I'm sorry, Adam Sandler is his son, is his father. Andy
Click.
Andy Sandler, Andy Sandberg.
Andy Samberg.
Wait, who's in it? Adam Sandler or Andy Samberg?
Andy
Both
Sandberg's
of
in
them.
it, and he's with
Did we know?
he's with what's her name? The girl that plays a mom in How I Met Your Mother,
Kate Beckinsale.
Kristen
Kristen Stewart.
Melody, something like that. And it's like
Christina Miliani.
yeah, and it's a modern version of Groundhog's Day.
But don't watch that. Watch
Yeah, watch
Groundhog
Groundhog's Day because it's a classic.
That's
Bill
a
Murray
good
is
movie.
a legend.
Yeah,
But,
I think we
but
bumped
Palm
it over.
Springs is also really good.
Okay. So watch Groundhog's Day first and then ruin
Oh,
Palm
yeah.
Yeah.
Springs
Yep.
by never being able to
live up to,
Live up to the
the
Groundhog Day.
quality of Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Didn't we bond over another Bill Murray movie?
Zombieland.
Lost in Translation.
What was it?
Lost in Translation. That was good. That was a deep cut to this very episode. Anyways, I guess even though nobody asked me, my suggestion.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for rom-coms?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with musical theater because Link loves them so much. Moulin Rouge.
Beautiful.
Wow, I do like that one though.
Really.
I have to be in the mood for it, and
Oh.
I'm always in the mood for Moulin Rouge.
Wait, what?
You have to be in the mood for it, but you're always in the okay.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood for musicals.
Okay. So for our last segment, transitioning here.
Beautiful.
If you guys have any questions for me, as the only one who's in a long-term, committed, happy, successful, fulfilling.
You don't have to
and
rub it in.
they say I
You
flex
don't
a
have to
lot.
rub it in.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to know? Any questions? Any?
Nah, I'm good.
This was totally their idea, and I gave them plenty of time to prepare for it, and now they've got nothing.
Does it hurt?
Love?
This is a family.
Love?
Does
like,
love hurt? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes it can be difficult. Listen, there's no perfect relationship. It's gonna be hard work. It doesn't matter how much you complete each other or how supportive and how much you love. Everybody has those days and everybody has those big issues, and you're gonna go through some rough times. It's never gonna be always easy. And that's when you have to kind of like power through and remember why it is that you made the commitment with the other person.
Mm.
So, yeah, you're going to get to know someone in a way that nobody else on the planet knows that person. And they're going to get to know you in a way that sometimes they know you better than yourself. Sometimes you're not as honest with yourself as they can see through all the lies that we kind of tell ourselves. So, yeah, love hurts.
Mm. Did it hurt the first time you loved each other?
We were watching Bowling for Columbine, so we were both very sad
Mm.
about all the gun violence, especially in schools.
What would you say is the most challenging part of marriage?
The most challenging part of marriage, I think it's the little things. I'll give you an example. Like when we were dating, we used to just like fall asleep on the couch together. Like it didn't matter how small the couch was. But when you're married, you need a really big bed with a lot of space, because some days you need to stretch out. Some days you need to, like, you don't want to have anyone like touching you. It's too warm, or you have a leg cramp.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, like me.
Yeah. So like when you're dating, you like share everything, but it's like the two sinks in the bathroom, that's the go-to play there. I think it's just the everyday, the finding the little gripes, the things that like bother you and learning to live with them, and then finding the little things that bother your partner and fixing them like immediately. Or you can't always just change from one day to the next, but like really acknowledging it, not rooting your heels in the way you've always been, because usually like you've been a certain way for like 20, 30 years before you get married, and it's hard to change who you are, especially little habits, especially if you live like on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You live a certain way, and like trying to accommodate and change what your life is while still like maintaining your structure, your routine, and making life changes, and then being open and like understanding with life changes they want to make that you might not be fully on board. No. Like me and Gabe wake up at like 4:30 in the morning now, and my wife is not about that. So now I have that like small window where like I have to work around the fact that the quiet while she continues to sleep for like another hour and a half.
Thank you. That was a great answer.
That was, oh yeah.
That was mid.
As someone, I guess a question for the single people. Before getting into, I guess, a serious relationship, what are some things do you think that a person has to, like some general things a person should address before committing to something like that.
Like what? Like marriage?
No, I'd like because I think you asked the question. Dan asked the question about marriage. I think this one's more just like dating,
Yeah,
like a
like a
serious
serious
relationship.
Yeah.
I think you have to.
I love how serious we got.
I think you have to check your toxicity.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I think you have to think, like,
what?
what am I going to bring to this relationship? And do I have the tool set to help improve the life of the other person? Or am I going to be a detriment to their further progress? Because I think the point of like a serious relationship is to grow together.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of time worrying about whether this person is right for us. And I think you're going to save a lot of time if you start asking if I'm the right person for the relationship. So doing an inventory of yourself, of your character, of your habits, your routines, your life goals, you know, and cutting out the fat. Because sometimes we're like, well, this is what I want to accomplish in my life. And this is what they want to accomplish in their life. Or I'm this certain way and they're this certain way. But we'll figure it out like along the way. You got to say, what are you flexible with? And what are like deal breakers? Like avoid getting involved with someone that like clearly the big picture stuff, you're not just going to change it, you know? If you want kids and they don't want kids, yeah, some people change their mind.
Like Danny.
Like it was immediately 1 minute to the next. But most people, like, they know what they want, and you're not going to change for another person.
No, for sure.
And if you do, you might regret it.
Wow. Thanks.
Okay.
That was super insightful,
Yeah.
actually.
And on that note, we continue to search for love week in and week out. On this show, we explore the stories, themes, and ideas. But this week, instead of looking outward, I invite you to look inward. Search inside yourself so that others can seek and find the person that you can best be. Love the person you're with. And that doesn't necessarily just mean romantically. Love the people in your lives. Love your friends, love your family, and above all, love yourself so that you can share that love with everyone in your life. And as our contestants continue to keep searching for love, join us on that search and keep on searching.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I think this is the part where you say, I love you, I guess.
I love you, I guess.
Nailed it.